I had no training on literacy difficulties in the classroom.
We got maybe a throwaway half-an-hour talk about the different pupils that you're going to encounter, and that was encapsulating behaviour, different disabilities and everything thrown into one.
So when I got to school, it was a rude awakening for me, and I actually needed support and didn't know where to go.
In many ways, the recent legal reforms are bringing best practice to the fore. These reforms require teachers to identify and support children with special educational needs and disabilities in their classroom.
With Drive for Literacy, we think it's incredibly important that teachers recognise the signs of dyslexia and understand what, as classroom practitioners, we can do to make a difference.
It's absolutely within the capabilities of every teacher to make the small adjustments which can make a considerable difference to dyslexic pupils.
Supporting someone with dyslexia and driving literacy is something that, providing you have the tools at your disposal and you know how to approach it, is something that anyone can do.
Drive for Literacy training has been a godsend. Specialists come in and give whole school trainings to teachers.
We have support from the Drive for Literacy programme, and they come in and they help us. They help us as a whole staff, and I think that's really important. They're talking to staff and working with staff and actually training staff to ensure that the year after and the year after that, we can do that for ourselves.
The key to tackling dyslexia is to tackle it early on.
We've been given the ability to screen at a younger age. It means we can take action a lot faster. Through the screening, we can tell whether maybe there is some issue that we need to keep an eye on.
We screen all of our pupils, picking up if we've got children who present with any difficulties, to make sure that we capture them at the earliest age possible. And for us, really, it's about the fact that no child is to go unnoticed, and that's why we do it as early as we can.
There's a lot of whole class things that we do. So, for example, every table will have an alphabet mat on it, just so that they've got that constant point of reference to use.
Simple things like photocopying on buff paper rather than white paper, using different coloured pens on our whiteboards, making sure the backgrounds on our PowerPoints are dyslexic friendly.
The kind of method for practicals is often quite long, it's often quite convoluted with lots of different steps. For a dyslexic pupil that can be particularly difficult. So what I tend to do is make sure that pupils have been given the method, that it's there on maybe a laminated sheet, that each step is written in a different colour. That helps them process them, it helps them break them down and understand that I need to do this first, I need to do this second, then I can move on to this step, etc.
And actually these are the kind of things that help all of us to learn better rather than just dyslexic learners.
We have to make sure that literacy is threaded through every single thing we do at the Academy.
All staff in the school are involved, and staff here are very accountable. They know that there are children who may present with literacy difficulties within their class, and it's their job to make sure that they plan and prepare for those pupils, but at the same time that they're supported in doing so, that they can get advice on strategies and techniques.
We have a teaching and learning briefing every Monday morning before school. We also have an hour of teacher CPD on a Friday. We can share our techniques, we can share our resources, and we can just have a brief chat about what's gone well and how we can best support our dyslexic pupils.
Whether it be in science, in history, we have the same method, and so children can pick up those words and transfer those skills across all subjects.
We have conversations together, we share resources, so I think it's really important that as a whole school we come together and learn as a team.
If you've got the support around you, teachers become more confident. That in turn can be very empowering.
These are simple things that can make a huge difference to children.
During normal lessons, you don't really notice that progress that they've made until you get to an assessment and you suddenly think, wow, you spelled all of those right, and you're really happy.
I couldn't be prouder as the principal of Bolingbroke Academy when I see children who have come in, who have really struggled with reading, who are now thriving and taking out 3 or 4 books at a time from the library, talking to me about the reading they're going to do over their holiday. It's just a huge success for the teachers, the hard work that they do and the collaboration we have with the parents.